I bring greetings from the sanctuary of the Winchester Unitarian Society in Winchester, Massachusetts. Some will remember me. I am the Reverend Heather Janules. I served as the very first intern minister of the UU Church of the Lehigh Valley in 2003 and stayed on to serve as the summer minister in 2004. I remember the first time I preached from your pulpit. Preparing for the service, I was terrified as I came to parish ministry without a lot of public speaking experience. Thankfully, a member of my intern committee, Bjorn Olsen, assured me that it would be okay. If you never met Bjorn, he was 2/3 Dumbledore, 1/3 absent-minded professor, and 100% wisdom and heart. He had been ordained in another tradition and found his way out of parish ministry and also into Unitarian Universalism. I could see why so many in the congregation loved him. Bjorn was right. I preached that sermon about pastoral care, and I did not die. In fact, I remember some feedback from that service that was passed on to my committee. I can't wait to see her in 20 years. While it wasn't evidence of homiletic perfection, it was a balanced and honest way of saying that I demonstrated remarkable potential and had room to grow. Receiving this news encouraged me to continue on. Having lived through leading my first service, the chancel of the sanctuary became sacred space for me, a sense that grew with every Sunday I joined the community in worship, whether it was from the pews, from the lectern, or from the pulpit. Fast forward to my last service with the UU Church of the Lehigh Valley. In my farewell sermon, I named how sacred the building had become for me, sharing how quiet moments outside of Sunday, looking at the rows of name tags in the dark foyer, during the week, eating lunch in the Frida Marie kitchen, how these moments became just as poignant as Sunday morning. In my sermon, I recalled a social gathering where we were invited to dance and watching some of the community's children. I had a sense that sometime in the distant future, these children would recall their early faith experiences. They may no longer be part of the faith tradition or even consider themselves Unitarian Universalist, but I had a sense that they would tell their friends, in my church, we danced. Telling these stories as I prepared to take my leave, stories that were really our stories, not my stories, made the sanctuary all the more sacred to me. I preached my first sermon with the UU Church of the Lehigh Valley 18 years ago, so I still have a couple more years to reach my 20-year potential. Even though I've been away from the congregation for a long time, I was saddened to hear that your building will soon be sold and you are now preparing to take your leave. It's hard to let go of a space, as we often say in this sanctuary, made sacred by your presence. So many came to cherish your building before me, and so many after. If you are mourning this loss, please know that you do not mourn alone. Across time and physical distance, I mourn with you. You should know, though, that a part of you will soon physically be here with me in Massachusetts. Over the course of my internship, Bjorn Olsen and I evolved from mentor and student to friends. After my internship, he and his wife, Dina, moved to the West Coast. When I attended General Assembly in 2007 in Portland, I made a point of visiting Bjorn. I did not know at the time that that would be the last time I would see him. In 2016, through the blessing and the curse that is Facebook, I learned of his death. This fall, we at the Winchester Unitarian Society will be installing a celebration walkway, including bricks dedicated to people and events we wish to honor and remember. Included will be one of my contributions in memory of the Reverend Dr. D. Bjorn Olsen. I thank you for teaching me the power of sacred space. I invite you to join me in remembering that, like my recognition of Bjorn, love and gratitude are portable. And I hope wherever you go from here, together, you will still dance.